So anyway, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like what we wanted to chat with you guys about today is just the pros and cons, and we wrestle.
Our experience.
Yeah, our experience, and we're not here to hold anything back, like and lie to you guys. Like it's a struggle, like to do both, you know. And I think if you got anyone that's telling you that like they found the holy grail and wholesaling's not hard, I think they're lying. I think it takes a lot of work.
My suggestion to anybody starting, do not do nationwide.
You'll get crushed.
Yeah, like you're not, I mean, you got to learn how to like get deals under contract and how to go sell them. You will struggle immensely
Nationwide.
So when if you're newer.
When we talk about, you know, when people want to start and they want to get nationwide because it's cheaper to get leads, you're saying don't do it.
I don't think it's worth it. I think if you want to start wholesaling, get some leads, go to every appointment, learn how to talk to sellers. The more appointments you go on, the more likely you're going to get a deal. I mean, you can try calling them, but they're going to sense that you're a noob, and it's going to be harder to get a deal over the phone being a noob than if you're in person.
Yeah, I'm like I think I'm great over the phone compared to probably other people, and like, yeah, I mean, some people just want someone in person.
Yeah. And so if you don't do nationwide, do your market, go on appointments, and then if you work out a deal, you know, either try to sell it yourself or reach out to another wholesaler to help you sell it in the market.
Let me give you an example. So I'm talking to this guy named Paul in Dallas right now. He's an old man, 69 years old, and I sent him the DocuSign over his email, and he's just hesitant. He's scared to sign that thing because he's old. He doesn't know technology. If I were to go meet him in person, it'd be done. But
yeah, I mean, you could have him sign right there.
Yeah, so he's just a little concerned. Hey, Paul, you don't trust me? Like, you don't know me? How about a Zoom call? He's like, what? What's a Zoom call?
What's Zoom?
I don't even want to sign this email DocuSign. What, you want me to hit you on a Zoom? So anyway, there are issues with that. And, you know, then I got to think, okay, well, who do I know in Dallas that can go meet Paul? Is this worth me spending my time? There's just a lot more things. But that is an opportunity that wouldn't exist if I'm just here in Utah.
Tell them about the Savannah deal.
Oh, gosh, dude. Okay, so check that. This is a great deal.
This is a great example of, was it Savannah?
Yeah, Savannah,
Georgia. This is
Georgia.
a great example of the struggles of nationwide.
So Savannah, Georgia, this lady, she owns a house in Savannah, Georgia. Her payments are $500 a month, pretty much, $540 or $520, and it can rent out for $1,500 plus, right? That's $100,000 you can make on rent. So, and she's willing to let it go. She's like, look, I don't want to make the payments. My husband died. I'm just gonna let the bank take it.
So no money down.
No money down. So I'm like, well, what if I just take over the payments for you? And she's like, sure. I'm like, let me send you a DocuSign. We can get this going. She says, I don't have an email. So let me call your son. He must have an email. I call her son named Rufus. I'm like, hey Rufus, I gotta send you an email. Can you get it done? He's like, what up, dog? Like, I ain't got no email. And I'm like, you don't have an email? And then he hung up on me. Like, the dude doesn't have an email either. Like, he must have just, I don't know what happened. He just doesn't have an email. And so I'm like, okay, well, she doesn't have an email. I'm going to have to send someone from Savannah to go see her. Not the biggest deal. It's a good deal. She's like, I don't live in Savannah anymore. I live 2 hours north of Savannah in Ayers or some random town.
By the way, we don't know anybody in Savannah.
Yeah, I don't know anyone in Savannah. So
we'd have to find a random person, probably pay him.
And then coordinate with them.
Hopefully they're not involved in real estate so they don't try to snake the deal for themselves.
So look at it this way. So she's 2 hours away. I have to send someone. I would have to have someone meet her, sign the paperwork, and then stay in contact with her. And since it's a seller finance, we're going to have to get her a third-party consent conform or something like that so we can talk to the title company. She's in default, I think. She hasn't made some payments. So we'd
have to catch them up.
Her husband died, so he's technically was on title. And
so there may be probate issues.
So just a lot of stuff that if I was able to go down, I'd get her to sign. I'd know where she is. I could go talk to her when I need to.
Could work out with an attorney here on fixing probate issues.
Yeah, it's just tough because she's away.
So I think the key is that's a deal, right?
It's a deal.
Where we would make good money on it. But it's okay, you could spend all your time doing that and potentially not even figure it out, right?
Right.
Or you could spend, and this is why I think like staying in your market versus going nationwide is a good idea. You could spend all your time doing that and have it not work out. It's really hard to coordinate everything. Or you could use your time more wisely and probably do 2 or 3 deals in the amount of time you put into that deal.
Let me give you
in a local area.
Let me give you 2 other.
But is that?
I agree. Yeah. Now let me give you 2 other things. Like, if you are under,